Welcome back to Get Into It with Tammy Roman. Now, you may know my next guest as one of the OGs of reality TV on the popular franchise Love and Hip Hop, her high-profile relationships, and being an entrepreneur, mother, and you might seen her in some of your favorite music videos. But you didn't know that. Please welcome the beautiful and down-to-earth Mimi Faust.
Hi.
Hi, beautiful. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing well. I mean, I can't complain. Nobody would care anyway, but we move on. We move on. Listen, I am such a fan of yours. I follow you on Instagram, but I do have to tell you a little story.
Okay.
Nene got married and I ended up being invited to her wedding, and my daughter and I came. And somehow or another, we were walking down the hall at the same time. And my daughter was like, oh my God, there's Mimi. And so I turned around and I went, hey, and girl, you said, hi. I said, well, all right, Mimi. Okay, then.
Clearly didn't have my glasses or contacts in.
You were like, hi. I said, okay, child, Mimi, go on then.
Never am I that girl. Oh my God.
Okay, so that's good to know, because I was like, she's always so nice on Instagram. I was like, she just snubbed. Did Mimi just snub me?
Never.
Listen, let me ask you this. Because I do follow you on Instagram and I see you with your beautiful baby all the time. And a lot of parents now have taken on the responsibility of playing teacher during this pandemic. Did you have to become your daughter's teacher? And how is Eva anyway?
She's so awesome. She's just upstairs. She heard me talking and ran down here and then saw that I was interviewing and then ran back in the room and shut the door. Like, she's such a cool kid about, when I'm working at home. But she's amazing. She's super amazing. I did have to do a little teacher mom thing, but the good thing about it was my daughter's teacher was so amazing. He just really took the reins, and all I had to do if I had any issues was just email him and he would just handle it. Shout out to Mr. Ashton. He is amazing. I'm going to miss you.
Is she back in classes now that Atlanta's open? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, girl, Atlanta wide open. She went back in February.
Oh, okay. Okay. So she's been back for a minute.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, you were very vocal about being abandoned by your mom. Why did you, when you were a teenager, but why did you think it was important to tell that story?
Because I'm just very misunderstood. People, I just think they needed to know my background and kind of where I came from. That changes a lot of things. I was, a lot of people think I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth, or I'm like, no, I came from very slim beginnings. Like, this is.
Because, one thing about reality TV that people don't understand is that we have more to us than what they choose to show. So people have kind of minimized your journey based by Stevie and Jocelyn. And then it's like, and then they sandwich you in the middle of them and think that's all Mimi is. So I felt like the story was very important to tell, because was it related to Scientology or something like that? And
yes, it was related to Scientology. My story is so bananas. When the book comes out, it's going to be really amazing. I haven't put it out yet because I want it to be so right. But when I put it, like, my whole life has been one big story. Like, I could sit here and talk to you for all day, and it just will be story after story after story.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Okay. So we got to wait on the book. When is it expected to be released?
Soon. I just need to do some final touches, do a little redlining and covering and get it on out there.
Well, I can't wait for that because were you into Scientology too?
I lived there for some years until they kicked me out. They said I was a freeloader because I would not sign the billion-year contract to work for them at 13. And they said, either you sign this contract or you get out. And I'm like, what?
Wow. I got a story to tell you. I had just moved to California and I was going for an audition and ended up on the Scientology lot because apparently they do like a lot of commercials and stuff like that and put on projects and plays and stuff. And I had no idea that it was them that was doing it. And so when I pulled up and I was like, oh, wow, this is the Scientology people. And I said, I don't think I want to do it, and they were like, well, no, you're here, come on in, you should audition. Girl, I went in that place, and this is gonna sound crazy because for somebody who had heard stories, and then it really felt, now I'm not trying to shade the people, but it really felt like they was trying to brainwash me from the minute that I walked in, like stuff playing on the loudspeakers. They close you in a room by yourself. You got to take an IQ test and all of this other stuff. Baby, I couldn't get out of there fast enough. So yeah. I'm going to be waiting on this book because I want to hear about that. I want to hear about your whole life being involved with that.
Crazy. Super crazy.
Do you ever talk to Leah Remini? Because I know she has a lot to say about Scientology as well.
Yeah, I actually did her show. I was on season 3, episode 8, actually.
Wow.
And we were actually there at the same time as kids. But she was so into it. Yeah. I just couldn't connect with her because she was, at that time, Leah was diehard Scientologist. If you spoke if you were begin to speak anything negative, Leah, about Scientology, she would chop your head off. She's got a real strong personality.
Yeah, she does. That's that New York.
But when she figured it out, she went the other way. And when I realized she figured it out, I reached out to her on Twitter. When I found out she had the show, and she contacted me the next day and flew me to LA, and I did my episode.
Yeah.
So,
and the billionaire contract is where you got to give them a piece of your money, right? Isn't that what that is? Kind of like that.
Billion year.
Billion year.
Billion years. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. 1 billion. Your whole life, and then when you die, you come back in it again, and so on and so forth.
Wow. What's your relationship now with your mom?
My mom passed in 2003 from pancreatic cancer. It's okay. She was in Scientology to the end. When she joined, she actually stayed there for 28 years until she developed cancer and then passed away. And at that point, when she was dying, that's when they let her see her family and, was letting her go. But I mean, she was dying at this point. Right. So I'm like, great.
Wow, Mimi, oh my God, I can't wait on this book.
Yeah.
Because of them, you couldn't even see her or be around her, because I know they're very strict about that. If someone's not into Scientology, they cannot be around.
No, it doesn't matter if it's your child, your aunt, your uncle, your parent, doesn't matter. If you're not on their main action course of things, you can't be around that family member.
Oh, soulmates, right? Don't you wish the book was out now? Come on, girl, with this book. Shoot. Now, we're going to get to love and hip hop a little later on because, we got conversations to have about that. But it seems that you are co-parenting with Stevie J really well. Are y'all in a much better space?
Yes.
But you and Faith not, huh?
No, I love Faith. Faith is my baby mama.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Faith.
Okay, and probably y'all, like, you good with her, in a good space with her too, because I like to consider it like one big happy family. Oh, child, she done turned to the left and grabbed her drink. Okay. You don't think that'll ever be repaired?
Never, ever. Not in this lifetime. Maybe not even the next. I don't fuck with that lady.
What about the babies? Because they are.
I love her daughter. I have no issue with her baby. That's my daughter's sister. I don't have any issue with the kids. Books and stuff that Eva has, kitty books, even toys. I give to Stevie to give to her. I don't have any issue with Bonnie. Like, she is an innocent,
so cute. Yeah.
human being in this whole situation. Her mama, on the other hand,
You just can't do it. Soulmates, if you're listening, okay, just because you don't get along with the baby mama does not mean that your child should not be interactive
with their sibling. Absolutely.
Yeah. So you used to do music videos. Tell me about that.
Well, for some reason, I've always been around people in the music industry. I just don't know how that happened. It just happened. And I had friends that worked at Def Jam and these different record companies, and they would just call me like, yo, we need a Black girl for this video, or come down here, yo, we need, just come down. I never auditioned for the videos. I just would have someone from the label call me up and be like, come on down for the video. And I come down and shoot the video. Get paid.
Go from that to the maid service.
Well, okay, because the videoing was just like here and there. Like that wasn't like my career or my end all be all, but cleaning was something that I loved to do. Like I love to clean. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel good to bring, to see, have a chaotic space and make it neat and clean. That is something I enjoyed. So that's how I transitioned.
You bet. Now I'm neat, like you walk in I have a little attention OCD, so everything has a place and everything's neat and organized and clean. But me doing that at somebody else's space, I'd be like, sure, I ain't got time for that. So you really love cleaning. I
do. I love it.
It's therapeutic.
It is very therapeutic. Mm-hmm. That's why when, I was getting, you a maid. I'm like, it's so much deeper than you calling me a maid and you trying to embarrass me. Like I enjoy what I do.
Do you still have that business? I know that you have other businesses that you've transitioned into. Did you totally let that go and focus on the new ones?
No, this is still my baby. She's still around. I have some revamping to do because when I tell you Love and Hip Hop took up so much of my time.
Yeah.
But no, Keep It Clean she's still here.
I love y'all hear the name Soulmates, Keep It Clean. So if you're down in ATL and you need housekeeping services, make sure that you look up Mimi. Now, you being on Love and Hip Hop, did that come by way of Stevie J, or how did you first hear about the show?
Love and Hip Hop came by way of Hannah Kang, who at the time was T.I.'s general manager. And my friend. And so Hannah just one day sent me a text message and she was like, you and Stevie should try out for this, show. They're casting for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and you guys should go out. Mind you, this is a funny story. I got to tell you the story, okay? I'm gonna speed it up because I know we got a little bit of time. So I'm like, okay. So I hit Stevie. I'm like, yo, Stevie, we should. Hannah just hit me. She said they're filming Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta. Mind you, Love and Hip Hop New York had only been out for one season at this point. Yeah. And I loved Jim and Chrissy. Loved it. Loved what they were doing. I'm like, he went off on me, Tammy.
Really?
He cussed me out. He called me everything but a child of God. Okay, I was like, oh my God, put the gun away. Why are you so hostile?
Yeah.
So we hang up. Mind you, this was Monday. The audition was Wednesday afternoon. So got like a day and a half before the audition. I didn't talk to him again. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to go down there, just see what they're talking about. Just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I go down there, walk in there. Half of Atlanta is in the lobby. Okay. That's how many people are half of Atlanta is in the lobby. And who do I see sitting there, legs crossed?
Tell me not Stevie J.
This beat me there. After he cursed me out, telling me, I ain't gonna do this with you, blah, blah, blah. So I said, huh? So I walk up to him and we had a for real argument. It was under the breath because it was a lot of people around, but it was a whole lot of this and a whole lot of neck rolling and finger pointing. And of course I was standing up, he was sitting down. So it looked like a problem, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Somebody saw us and was like, follow me.
Yeah.
I mean, this was a for real situation we was having in the lobby of this hotel because I was livid with this man.
Wow.
They take us upstairs to this room and there's all these executives in there with this table and there's two chairs. And they were like, sit us down. They're like, so tell us about yourselves. Stevie immediately turns into a saint. He starts talking about the planets and the stars aligning and the universe. And I'm like, what? Like, you really about to do this? You just got finished calling.
Yeah.
And you about to do this in front of these people. And I couldn't control it. My leg is shaking. I'm gritting my teeth. I'm like, my nostrils is, I probably had smoke coming out of my nose. That's how pissed off I was. And I just couldn't take it anymore because he's just going on and on about, nobody knows what he's talking about. Not even me. Stars and the moon. God. I said, you want to know the problem? I said, this how to come home at night. When he does, he smells like.
Oh! And then they were cast. Soulmates, stay right where you are. We'll be right back with Mimi Faust. Welcome back to Get Into It. I'm here, of course, with one of our favorite reality stars, Mimi Faust. You guys missed it. She told us how they got on Love and Hip Hop, and it was solely because of her now, because Stevie was acting like he was somebody else, and she had to come with the real. So that is how Stevie J, Jocelyn, and everybody else was born into stardom. Clap it up for Mimi Faust, people. There it is. Now, we've seen you live your life out loud and unapologetically, even shocking the world when they found out that you were bisexual. Now, why do you think there's so much stigma around people being gay, trans, or bisexual?
I just think people are, stuck on labels. I wouldn't even call myself bisexual. I just like what I like. I'm attracted to what I'm attracted to. I don't even know. I don't label myself a bisexual. No.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing right now.
Okay. So it's kind of like what you feel in the moment.
Yes.
Because I was shocked because I had met Ty at this charity function in Delaware, like many years before. And I was like, she's so nice. I had never met any of I'd gone to like a couple of Sparks games, some stuff like that, but I had never like met any of them up close and personal. And she was so nice. And then literally maybe 3 or 4 months later, you guys, came out with your relationship. And I was like, oh my God, this is so cute. They're both cute, because and I hate to say that and I don't want to rub nobody the wrong way, but it's like it's like a cute one and then that other
not so cute one.
Yeah. But y'all was both cute. And I was like, oh, I kind of like this one, the way this is playing out. And so let me ask you this. What are your thoughts on people who think that you should pick between either a man or a woman, or, that bisexual people can't, make a decision because they're so greedy? Do you agree with that thought process?
I don't care. I don't care what these people think. These people don't pay my mortgage. They're not putting my child through private school. I don't care.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I was disappointed because y'all let us in when y'all were together. But y'all didn't tell us that you had broken up. And so I was like, well, what's going on here? And I had seen a lot of the solo pictures, you model and you do a lot of influencer work. But then I was like, well, where the hell is Ty? Don't be quiet now, Mimi.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to know what had happened.
Okay. Let's get into it. I think the turning point for me was the engagement. That's not what I wanted. I had expressed this to Ty, but Ty is a natural born athlete. She's a natural born winner. She's just used to getting what she wants. And so that is what she wanted. And she pressed forward with what she wanted, regardless of anybody else and how they felt about it.
You didn't want to be engaged?
I didn't want to be married. No.
Really? No. And that was enough to pick you off when you had to break up?
Well, with me saying that opened up a whole humongous can of worms, not only for our relationship, but for myself. I started therapy. Let me go back just a little bit. from me being in the Scientology, even before that, I was like, when I left there, when I was on my own at 13, I had to live with a whole bunch of different people, different households, different this, different that. And I kind of lost my voice. And I just would go along with whatever was going on. I wouldn't speak up for myself because I was afraid if I spoke up, I might get kicked out. If I spoke up, I'm going to lose the situation. So my voice got really muffled and lost, and that just stuck with me into my adult life. And I'm not faulting her 100% at all. I have to take responsibility for this as well, because had I spoken up prior to this more, we probably wouldn't have been in that situation, but I didn't. I just kept quiet.
Our past traumas kind of dictate our new experiences, right? And that's how we deal with stuff. So the trauma of the Scientology, and like you said, not having a voice, and those things dictated the moment with you and Ty. But she was really coming from a place of love. Like I could feel that she really genuinely loved you and wanted to spend the rest of her life with you. So that's why I'm saying there wasn't a moment where you guys could have had the conversation and still move on.
It was more than a conversation. Maturation had to have occurred. And I don't know how long that would have taken for that to happen.
Okay.
There was a lot of things on that level for me to consider a lifetime with someone. Let me tell you something. We had our rough patch, right? I was getting myself together. I was going through therapy. Yeah. I went out, got herself a friend, but I didn't get the friend memo until I saw it on the blogs. I was like,
now wait a minute. Now who's the friend, child? Because I had saw something on the blogs too. But when I saw that on the blogs, I think we might be talking about the same situation. When I saw that on the blogs, I know that friend person. So I sat them down and I said, well, now what's going on now? Because I had liked it, Ty and Mimi. I'll be vocal about that. And so she was like, no, that they took that and ran with that. We're not anything. So, you know.
They were friends.
Right.
She TikToking with friends and she got friends, right? Okay. We got friends. I didn't get the friend memo until way after the fact. I'm like, oh, we can have friends. Oh, okay.
Are you guys friends though? Is it amicable?
Not at this moment.
Will that
not at this moment right now? It is not because of what she just did with this whole social media
with your new boo, right? Which
she's a friend, just like her friends are her friends. So what's the difference? And let's be clear, when her situation came out, photoed on the blogs, I took the high road. I congratulated them because I really didn't know what was going on. I'm like, I hope if Ty deserves happiness, blah blah blah. I took it there.
For clarity, for the soulmates that's watching, y'all not gonna get back together.
Life is funny.
Well, I like that answer. Because it wasn't a no, okay? There was no weird ever in there.
Life is strange.
The people want to know what's going on with you and Ariana. Y'all friends?
I had lots of love for Ariana. I knew Ariana for 15 years. But when someone shows you who they are, you have to believe them. When they consistently, not just once or twice, but when they consistently show you who they are, you have to believe them. And I just kept, pushing it to the side, giving chances. No. She didn't really, and now I'm looking like the dumbass.
Right.
There's no love lost there. I love her, but to deal with.
So what can we expect on the new season of Love and Hip Hop? I heard you guys are filming. What you bringing to us this season?
Love and Hip Hop. choose my words wisely. This season is my fault because I wasn't willing to be truthful and I wasn't willing to be honest about my personal life. And that put me on the back burner.
Wow, that's very coded. I don't even, I'm sitting here like, now how can I get this tea and dissect this? Okay, so the way I heard they're filming this season is there's not a lot of interaction with other people. You guys are kind of in pods and handling your own stories. So it's almost like your own show within the season of the show in its entirety, right?
Correct.
So now we're going to dissect what you said. So you wasn't honest.
Willing to be honest.
Willing to be honest. And that caused a whole like dismantling or uproar in your pod.
Correct.
Now, who's in your pod?
I can't say.
Oh, damn. I thought I was just going to get you to just to blurt it on out there. Okay. All right, then switching gears, you've also been getting your acting on. You recently appeared in the Aretha Franklin Genius biopic with the hit show Star, right?
Yes.
How was that? Are you going to be doing some more acting?
That is on my top list of things to do right now.
And what would your dream role be?
So my next project is a horror film, actually, and I play the bad guy, like the horrible, the most complete opposite person from me as anybody knows me. That's the role that I'm playing. So I'm going to really have to dig in and go hard for this role.
Ooh, I'm excited. Do you prefer scripted to reality now that you're doing that more?
Yes, I do. Mm-hmm. I really do.
Yeah, I totally agree. I get it. I get it. Mm-hmm. So the horror film, and then of course you're always on your grind with your businesses. Like you are, that entrepreneur thing, you've got it down. So what are some of the upcoming projects that you can tell us about?
Oh, God. Okay, so I'm not going to go deep because I don't like speaking on anything until the contract is, the ink is dry on the contract. Mm-hmm. But I have something that I'm doing with my life coach, and it's called Peace is Priceless.
Nice.
And it's a show, and it's all about keeping your peace and different people and how they keep their peace and why their peace is priceless. And there's really not too many things out like that right now. Most of the stuff that's out right now is, it's reality TV. Yeah. So this is going to be on a whole different level.
Aspirational and inspirational. I love it. Before we let you go, Mimi, we have something around here that we like to call Tammy's Fast Five, where I say 5 questions, you say the first thing that comes to your mind. You ready?
Okay.
What's your biggest regret in life?
Sex tape.
Mm-hmm. Girl, you was swinging from that goddamn shower rod. My dude was like, can you do that? I said, I am not Mimi. No, I can't. What is the proudest moment in your career?
In my career? Oof. Pass, come back.
Okay. Do you ever role play in the bedroom?
Yes.
What's a hidden talent that you have? Mm-hmm.
Is that a talent?
No, you know
move. I'm double jointed in my shoulders.
That's a damn mess. Okay, that's what that was. We're gonna go back to that when you're the question that you wanted us to put on pause. What's the proudest moment in your career? Maybe it hasn't happened yet. Maybe it's something that's
probably it hasn't. Proud, it hasn't happened yet.
Okay, I think that book is gonna be some good stuff. Last question. Are you a lipstick lesbian or a touch me not?
Neither.
Oh, she likes to give and receive. All right. Now, you guys, you need to follow Mimi on all of her social media platforms. How can they do that?
Okay, so my Instagram is Mimi Faust. My Facebook page, which I literally just got back because it was hacked for 3 years, is official Mimi Faust. My Snapchat is I am Mimi Faust. What else?
You got Twitter?
My Twitter, Mimi Faust.
All right, you guys.
Real simple.
Very simple. Mimi Faust, you will be able to find her, and the blue check will let you know it's her, so y'all can stop talking to these fake folks. But y'all have heard it here first from Mimi. Thank you so much for joining me. She's got the book, she's got the horror movie, she's got the Peace TV show that she didn't want to really tell us about, but we know that that's what's coming. Okay, and Love and Hip Hop will be back, and she done told a lie in the pod, child. That's Mimi's world. Stick around, soulmates. You've got questions, and I've got answers. Ask Tammy is up next on Fox Soul.